For every Turk, for every BG, for every Juvie, for every Lil Wayne, there's a Soulja Slim, there's a G Money, there's people who same lyrics, but it didn't end up so well for them.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a Tupac, there's a Biggie. We can't ignore that these ain't actors, bro. Denzel Washington is not getting shot up for playing a role in Training Day as a gangster. You know what I mean? Nobody ain't catching RICO charges and on trial right now fighting for their life because they played a drug dealer in a movie.
So that's why you distinguish the difference. So that's why you have a hot boy Turk who have a wife and kids. I'm going to talk about this, but I'm also going to let them know, don't be influenced, be inspired to become great. So we all, as a artist or entertainer, have a responsibility because we have people looking up to us to let them know the difference. Now, when you don't do that and you want them to believe that you just this gangster, you just this, you just that, then you got to be held accountable for your karma. You know what I'm saying? So I agree to a certain extent with that.
What's the main phrase in hip hop is 3 words.
Talk to me.
Keep it real.
That's right.
That is keeping it real. You keeping it real when you telling the truth, not hating. So if I come on here and I be like, look, if I rap about this, I'm not living like this.
How many rappers saying that though, Turk?
But that's why I'm speaking for me. I can't speak for everybody else. So now people have choices. Okay, should I choose the way Turk doing it or should I choose the way Dee-1 doing it? They got an example. You know what I'm saying? And when you have examples out there, everybody not going to change at the same time. Everybody is not going to not take things personal. Everybody is not going to make assumptions. Some people might make assumptions. You're going to have different strokes for different folks, bro. And like, people have their own mind. And that's what it all comes down to. Like, we can't tell people what to do, but we can be an example of what to do. Now, it's up to those people. But I'm not responsible for a whole flock of people if they choose to do wrong.
So I'm not a rapper at this stage of life. I realize I'm not a rapper. I'm a communicator, right? I communicate via rapping. I communicate via teaching.
That's right.
I communicate via speaking, via podcasting, right? With that being said, every form of communication that I use has the ability to reach someone, and they may hear the rapping version of me communicating, but they might not hear me on an interview or me doing a speaking engagement. So I feel like we do have to be accountable for what we saying in the music because it's simply just another form of communication. And some people are like, I know all the lyrics to your music, but I ain't never heard none of your interviews, and that's not their fault. You know what I'm saying? Like they receive, that's like a pastor being like, well, you heard my sermons, but you ain't never heard me, singing. I sing as well. And they're like, I like you for your sermons. So if you talking about something different in your sermons than what you're talking about in your singing, I might not even know that side of you. And I think that when it come to rap, more fans are drawn to the rapping side of who we are.
You shouldn't be doing a song with Fredo Bang if that's the case. Because
you tripping.
Listen what I'm saying. When you saying it like that, you need to be walking a straight and narrow path with your friends. Don't mix and blend with Fredo Bang. You need to be with the Dee-1s of the world.
But how do you reach the Fredo Bangs at that point?
My point exactly. So sometimes, like I say, Saul became Paul, but a lot of people thought he was still Saul, but he wasn't. But they could relate to him being Saul because they still had people still wanting to be Saul. But when they see, damn, if he could do it, I could do it. Everybody can relate to a Dee-1 who ain't never been out there just like a Saul. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the thing. It's different stroke for different folks, but you're going to need people to make the world go round. And maybe you have your audience. B High got his audience. I call you B1. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling nigga B1. Talking to this nigga so much. You know what I'm saying? T1. You know what I'm saying? Then they converting us in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But this is my opinion. We all entitled to it.
I love it. I love the dialogue.
You know, like I'm just saying, like everybody, bro. Yeah. At first I didn't understand it, you know what I'm saying? But then I started understanding like everybody don't grow at the same time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, they have people right now be mad at me because I don't do certain things that I used to do. Mm-hmm. That mean I have grown. Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, damn. Mm-hmm. Y'all just don't know. I used to be like that, but to get mad, it make me be like, damn, man, I really have grown. It don't make me mad or nothing. I understand. You feel me? I understand. So the question is, do you understand a person who don't understand you?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah.
I understand what prevents some people from understanding me, and it's their desire to get that bag. Straight up. If people was financially free, and this is why in 4 hours I'm about to perform at a financial literacy conference for black people, for African American, what is called the College of African American Financial Planners. That's the name of it, right? If people were financially free, a lot of stuff that we be trying to justify and we be trying to like dress it up and talk about it to where it's like it makes sense, we wouldn't even waste our time doing that, because we'd be like, because all it really boiled down to, I heard it a few months ago when I went through the stuff with some of the other rappers that we named earlier. The main thing that kept coming up was, this how I feed my family. Don't tell me how to get my bag, da-da-da-da. So my thing is like financial freedom really produces a level of fearlessness about changing totally, you know what I mean? Because it just, no matter how we dress it up, it just don't make sense that we'll say, and I'm not talking about Turk when I say this, but that anybody will say, man, I done changed my ways. I ain't on dope no more. I'm married. I got kids. I'm doing positive stuff in the community.
Nigga, you talking about me, nigga.
But
You're talking about me, nigga.
But I make murder music.
You're talking about me, nigga. Hey, that nigga slick. This nigga slick, y'all.
Man,
but you know,
man?
I understand.
All right,
you
right.
know, I understand.
So I just know that. So that make me like, bro, if I had $1 billion, the first thing I would do is get rid of all the strip clubs, right? I would pay all the strippers to not have to strip no more. Whatever they would make in a year, I would pay them that and tell them, come on. Because I know most of y'all don't want to be having a strip. Ain't nothing positive about strip club culture. And I know I'm in Atlanta when I say that, so I feel people throwing tomatoes at me already. And I'm like, hey, man, if I had $1 billion, I would pay all the strippers in this country to not have to strip no more. Give them a year doing something else.
Everybody didn't have pop-pop. You know what I'm saying? You have grown up with pop-pop. You know, it starts at home. You know what I'm saying? I think like people have to like go through what they go through, bro, to get to where they need to get to. And it takes time, bro. And I think the approach that you have sometimes rub people the wrong way. Well, they looking for you to make a mistake so they can say, well, see, he's a hypocrite. But versus a person like
us,
me,
we gonna say, see,
you know
he's a human.
A person that know better.
Yeah.
A person that know better.
Yeah.
But then they might look at a person like me and see me acting up just like them. Oh, Turkey.
Right.
Because they could relate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
how do you like make people who don't understand you when you talking to them like, y'all need to change? And I'm talking about right now, because I'm changed. Like, some people don't understand that, bro. I think God like variety of people, and he's no judge of a person.
Facts.
Like, even when the lady sinned, they say, he who has no sin cast the first stone, and everybody walked off because everybody have sin. You feel me? So it takes time for people to change their mindset. And in order to change your world, you have to change your mind with repetition of new information. So the information that you have that's new, that can help a person be the person that they want, continue walking in your path, doing what you doing. B do what he do, Turk do what he do, and at the end of the day, God's will be done, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's where people fall off, and we start looking at the differences, and we always have a misunderstanding because we don't see the similarities of we all experiencing life and finding out who we are while we experiencing it. You know what I'm saying?
I believe in the phrase, I am my brother's keeper. And because of that, I don't want to just say, hey man, I'm gonna do what I do, you do what you do, and I love you, but I ain't worrying about what you got going on. And if you end up in the graveyard, in the jail cell, or at the White House, or as a billionaire, good luck. That was just your path. It's like God gave us eyes and gave us vision so that we could focus on what we got going on, but we could also look up and see, oh, my brother need help with that. Oh, this old lady crossing the street needs somebody to help her. Oh, my brother right here got a good heart. Once again, But the industry we in has created a reward system to where they reward us and they brainwash us for showcasing the most negative side of who we are instead of like showcasing the positive side of who we are. So all I'm doing is, that's why I'm always going to interact with all the names that y'all naming and like, well, why would you do a song with this one? Why would you do this with this one? Because that's my duty, is to do that stuff. Not because I need the money or the clout or nothing like that, but to show people that it's not me sitting on a high perch and saying, you're a bad person. You're a bad person. You need to change this. It's like I'm in the mix with y'all.
But you can't.
I'm at the White House with people.
You can't criticize and condemn a person that's not where you at. You continue doing what you doing, and if it rub off, it rub off. When you start to point the finger, look, 3 pointing back at you. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, a person might see you as, oh, that nigga only doing it for money. What's the difference from what he doing and what I'm doing? He chasing the money too. Would he do it for free? Would he do what he doing for free? Or is he trying to feed his family? Would he do it for free? Because I feel like knowledge and God is supposed to be free. Why charge? Why make money? Some people think like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you don't feel like that. I need to get this money. And they feel like they need to get that money. So we both got a common ground and similarities, but how we get our money is different. You know what I'm saying? People just got to grow into where
it's that money. That word of God that I know you know very well, bro. It says you can't serve God and money. You just can't. Like, you can't have 2 masters. With that being said, when we justifying chasing the money in a way that's like, God, look, I'm gonna get to you later because I gotta get this bag right now. We are living out that scripture in reality, bro. That, and what you said about like, won't you just do what you do, D? That's like if somebody told the church, won't y'all just stay inside that building? Don't come out in the community and try to interact with the citizens. Yeah. Y'all just do what y'all do on Sundays in that building. The church ain't the building. Mm-hmm. The church is the hearts of the people that's going out into the community and into the world to spread the love that is present in that building on Sunday.